Hi everybody, this is Sherry with Vintage Market Days. I'm here to walk you through the process of becoming a vendor with Vintage Market Days. We are so excited about our new website. We know it's going to make things so much easier for all of our wonderful vendors. However, with any new technology, you know that there can be a little bit of a learning curve. So I'm here to walk you through the process to help minimize any confusion and just help you get through the whole thing as easily as possible. So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to go to www.vintagemarketdays.com. That's going to pull up our new site, and you will look for this tab right here, the Vendors tab. You're going to click on that. The very first thing that you need to do before you can apply to any of our events is you need to create a profile. So you're going to scroll down here to where it says Create a Profile, and you're going to click on that. Now, this is where we need some of your information. So you're going to type in your name, and you're going to move on over and give us your email address. It's really important that we have your email address because this is how we're going to do most of our communicating with you. Oops. Sorry, I made this up just for this video. There we go. You're going to give your phone number. Now we're going to put in our address. Now, we do need your tax ID, especially if you're in the state of Texas. If you're going to be participating in an event in the state of Texas, we cannot allow you to set up at the event without having your tax ID number. I know other states it's optional, but in the state of Texas, you have to have it. So go ahead and give us your tax ID number. And then, of course, your zip code. Right now, we need to know your business name. And here, it's really important that you tell us your vintage style. We need to know exactly what kind of vendor you are. What do you specialize in? What's your favorite part of vintage? So we can get a feel for who you are as a vendor. So we're just going to fill in a few things here. Let's do industrial salvage. All right, then we really would love to have, if you have a website, we'd love to have that so we can have a look at your stuff. And then for Facebook, the easiest way to fill in this information is to just go to Facebook, pull up your page, and then in your browser bar, right-click it and copy it, and then paste it. And this will give us direct access to it. Sometimes we get applications with Facebook pages, but they don't type the name in just perfectly, and it makes it difficult for us to find it sometimes. But if you do that, we'll get right there. For the sake of the tutorial, though, I'm just going to do, this is usually what it's going to look like. Yes. If you have an Etsy shop, go ahead and give us that information right there. And then you'll notice on the category, this is something that's different from our previous application. You can select more than one category. So if you have clothing and jewelry, then it's really important that you click both of those for us. Some people have vintage home goods, furniture, clothing. Some people have a little bit of everything. So make sure you let us know on your application all the different categories that you're applying for. Then you can see right here the little asterisk mean that it's mandatory. You have to give us an image. The most helpful kind of images that we can get are images of your booth setup. Not close-up images of products that you have, but like your whole booth. That would be great if you could include a picture of that. If you have participated in VMDs before, you can put that here. For the sake of our tutorial, we're going to say that we participated in Tulsa and Oklahoma City. And then if you participated in any other vintage markets, they don't have to be vintage or events, let us know what those are too. Then after you fill all this information in, you're going to go down and click Create Profile. Now, once you've created a profile, you're going to get an email with instructions within 5 minutes of submitting your profile. If you don't have one after that, then it might be a good idea to go ahead and go in and make sure it's submitted correctly, or fill it out again. And that's going to give you the information that you need to be able to log in and actually start applying for events. So I'm going to pause and check and see if I've gotten my email, and I'll be right back with you. All right, so here they are. I have my 2 emails that were mentioned in the website. So if you look here, it says you'll receive 2 emails, the first containing a link, and then the second one has your username and your temporary password. So I'm going to pull those up. We're going to look here. It says vendor approval. You have been accepted as a vendor. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that you've been accepted to any events, because you haven't even applied to any events yet. But this does mean that you have a login and you can get in and look at the different events and choose which ones you want to apply to. So that's the first step. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on this link right here. That takes me to the login page. And then I need to get my login information. Locked from the recording. Okay, so our password is this. We should know our login information because it's that email address that we included. So I'm going to copy that password, and I'm going to pull this back up, type in, and then paste. There we go. And if you want to choose Remember Me, you can. I'm going to log in, and it's going to pull up, and this is the screen that you're going to get. And you haven't applied for any events yet. Click the Events tab on the left and click Apply to see a list of events. I'm going to hit OK. Don't worry about that right now. Okay, so now this is what your application screen looks like. Now, this is where you can go in and you can click My Account. That's where you can change your password or update your profile. I highly recommend you go in and change your password to something that you can remember, instead of that random generated one that was on there. Now you're going to click on Events, and you're going to click Apply. Now this is going to bring up all our different events that are available. You can see there are 3 pages worth. If you look over here, these are the dates that are listed. These are the markets. So if you see Vintage Market Days of South Central Texas, or Vintage Market Days of Austin Hill Country, these are all the different Vintage Market Days events, and then these are the physical addresses that they're held at. So you're mainly going to be looking over here at the different market names, and then also the dates. Okay, and then over here you're going to see this column, and that's going to tell you if you've applied for that event or not. Sometimes with as many events as we have, I'm a vendor too at different events. It's hard to remember which ones you've applied for and which ones you haven't applied for yet. So this should help eliminate any possibility of multiple applications. So we're going to click on Austin Hill Country just for kicks, and you notice it's going to be blue. So once you click on something, you go over here, it's going to change blue, you're going to go over here and click Apply. So you can see the information for the actual event is here. So event details, you can see that you know exactly which one you're applying for. Information is here. The dates are here. And then you can go down here and click what you're going to be selling at the event. So maybe this time around, I'm just bringing furniture. So I'm going to click on that. And I need a 10 by 20. I would like electric, so I can leave that checked. Or if I don't want to get it, I can choose that. And then indoor. Some of our events have spaces both indoor and outdoor. The majority of them have just indoor spaces. So that's something that you might want to check with the actual franchise owner to make sure if you choose outdoor, or they may get back to you and say, we don't have any outdoor spaces. And then additional vendor. If you have somebody that's wanting to share a booth with you, that person also has to be approved, and you have to pay the $50 extra to have that vendor with you. So I just submitted it. So that was it. That was so easy, right? So what I can do now is I can go through all of these different events. I can look at the place and look at the names, and I can choose all the ones that I want to apply to. Now, this is going to constantly be changing. So after, let's say after Austin Hill Country has their event at the end of April, they're probably going to put their fall event up. Same with South Central Texas. It's coming up even sooner. So they're going to have their event April 22nd through the 24th. And then chances are April 25th or sometime really soon, they're going to put their fall event application up. And then South Central Texas is actually doing 2 different events. So they have 2 applications out right now. They have the one they're doing in Waxahachie and then the one they're doing in Glen Rose. The Glen Rose one is in June. So you can look through the different pages and find all the different applications that are available. Now, just because an application is up, that doesn't mean there are spots available either. That's a really important thing to note. We continuously take applications even when our events are full, because we don't want to miss out on coming across a really amazing vendor. And we also keep waiting lists. So even if we're full, it's a great idea to go ahead and apply. If there's some cancellations or last minute cancellations, we definitely go to that waiting list and pull from it to try to find fantastic vendors to come fill those spots. So definitely apply for as many as you're interested in. And then each individual market will get back to you with whether or not you've been accepted, denied, or put on a waiting list. So that's really important. If you apply for 5 different events, you're going to get contact back from 5 different markets. So they're each owned individually, and that person's going to contact you back to let you know whether or not you've been accepted, denied, or put on a waiting list. And those people should get back to you within 2 weeks of applying. So you should hear something fairly quickly. So I hope that was really helpful. Another thing to note, once you've applied to events, you can go and click on applications, and it's going to tell you, I don't know what that is, we'll have to check on that. Once you've applied, it should pull up the ones that you've applied for, and you'll be able to check statuses that way. But see how this one's green? That means that I've applied for this event, and over here it says yes. So that events and applications, that's where you'll get notification for, you can look at that and pull up and see if you've been accepted or not. But you will also get something via email. So I hope that was helpful, and we're so excited that you're interested in becoming a vendor with Vintage Market Days, and we look forward to seeing you at some of our events. Thanks, and have a great day.